Hello and welcome back to episode number 2 of the Killie Boys here on the FM21 beta. We've made some signings and we're going to play our first game. Let's take a look. So, since the last time we saw you, there's been a few transfers in to Kilmarnock Football Club, where we are managing in this FM21 beta series. And I'll just talk you through some of those transfers and see what you think of them. Mainly as a bit of depth, not huge number going to be taking first team starts to begin with, but yeah, as I say, just a wee bit more depth because we're kind of a wee bit lacking, I think, in the midfield and up top. So just kind of sorted that depth issue out a little bit. I'll let you have a look at each of these players who we have signed. Our first signing is a loan signing. It's Harrison Burrows on loan from Peterborough. He's 2-star current ability, exciting young prospect. He could be very good for us in the future. He's got 4-star potential ability. Can play up this left-hand side. We are going to be playing him probably at left midfield. He can probably be trained as a wing-back if you really needed, but I think midfield's where he's going to play for us. We had a wee bit of a weakness on the left-hand side with Pinnock and Kiltie, so a wee bit of depth there's good. I say 18 years of age, lots of potential. His contract actually runs out with Peterborough at the end of this season, so if he plays well for us, we hope to pick him up on a free at the end of this season. Another player to give us some depth at that left midfield position, but also some depth in the middle of the park as well, is Craig Sibbald. We signed him from Livingston, fellow Scottish Premiership side, for £54,000. As you say, he's a very well-rounded player for this level, 2.5-star current ability. Might not be a first-choice starter all the time, but certainly is a very good depth piece when he's got the versatility to be very useful on the bench. I think he may play in the left more than the middle for us, but we'll see. But I say I'm very happy with that. 25 years old, he's got potential to grow slightly. Very solid midfielder. You know that we've got players like Dickard and Power and Malumbu who are all over the age of 30, so we need a wee bit more youth in that midfield, and I think this is great. A great addition to the side, especially with that the variety of positions that he can play in. Some great depth there. Another young player who I've mainly brought in as a kind of depth piece is Ricardo Spaltro. It did cost us about £50,000 for him as well, and he's a player who can play anywhere up that right hand side, whether it be a right back or a right mid. Again, Chris Burke into his 30s. We're likely going to lose him soon, or he's definitely going to decline in ability. When we first looked at this guy, I must be honest, I thought he was slightly better than what he's proven to be. But hopefully we can develop him. He's only 20 years of age. Develop him a little bit. He also can play at right back, which will act as a good backup for Aaron McGowan and for Ross Millen. So a wee bit of depth piece there. Certainly useful for us there. Another player we brought in on loan, as I'm sure you can see, we didn't have a lot of money, so that's why we've got quite a lot of loan signings, is Sam Greenwood here on loan from Leeds. He looks a very, very good player, 3-star current ability. Potential well above 5 stars. He's got great physicals, mental abilities are good for this level, his technicals are not bad at all either. Can play right across the front three. At the moment we're playing with right and left mids, but I might push them to attacking right and attacking left midfielders for wingers, and he could play in one of those positions, but certainly a really good piece and someone who's really exciting. I think it could be really good for us here. So yeah, that's Sam Greenwood. Penultimate player we brought in is Gavin Watt here, just a 1-star current ability, potential ability is 4-star. Someone we can maybe develop in there at the back. If not, there's no worries, hasn't cost us anything. But yeah, just a wee bit of extra youth at the back. And finally, one of the stars of the team is Tedden Mengi, on loan from Manchester United. 18 years of age. Can play centre back, a little bit right back, but he would definitely be at centre back alongside Stuart Finlay. 4-star current ability. Potential much more. He's currently valued at 7 million, which is easily the most viable player at this club. Yeah, nothing much else to say. Those physicals are amazing for this level here. He's got great determination. Yeah, marking 12, tackling 12 is good for me here. It can only develop. He could turn into a really, really good centre back. And him and Finlay hopefully are going to have a great partnership at the back there. So now we've seen all these transfers that we made in. We've not actually let anyone go. The only one we've cancelled is actually Colin Doyle, or our third choice goalkeeper, who got injured. So we just terminated his loan from Hearts. But now we've seen all these players, let's have a look at the team that we're going to go with for this first game against Hibs in the first game of the season. So yeah, here is the team that we're going to start with in this first game. We're going to have Rodgers in goal, McGowan, Mengi, Finlay and Honstrup across the back, Dicker in the defensive midfield row with Tishbola and Power just in front of him, Mackenzie and Sibbald we're going to go with on the wings and Nicky Kabamba up front. We've now actually got 3 strikers who I'm very comfortable with Kabamba, Brophy and Greenwood, and we've got some rotation we can do. I've just went for a slightly more conservative play here away to Hibs. Hibs are a decent side. So I'm not looking for anything too outlandish from our team here. We're playing a cautious 4-1-4-1. Counter-attack is what we're looking to do here. I've also got a 4-4-2 loaded up as well if we need to use that for games where we're maybe more of a favourite. But in this one, I don't think we're the favourite, so I'm more than happy to sit on the back foot and just defend here. But yeah, let's get into this game and let's see how we do. So here we are getting into the game, and that's quite like this little bit of this team sheet look. I must say it's not something I was expecting to see, but I'm quite impressed with this so far. Looks like they'll be going in a 4-2-3-1 formation. But yeah, it's quite a nice wee change, a wee addition, this wee team sheet. I'm quite impressed with that. Right, so here we are in the game, ready to start. The 3D match engine's apparently really improved for this year, so we might play in 3D just to see what it's like, and if not, go back to 2D. I used to like playing in 2D Classic, but I'll just make sure my settings are all okay here, and then we'll get going. So, here we are, ready to start our first game against Hibs. A ball about to kick off. Let's get started. Nice settled play to begin with. The ball goes forward to Kabamba. And nothing much happening now. I like this wee screen. There's quite a lot going on here. A lot for you to see during the breaks in play. Used to be just a fairly boring screen, but it's good to see some stuff here. And I always liked changing it myself to be able to see the opposition's formation. So the fact that we're able to see the opposition formations here is very useful indeed. My team along the bottom, so you can actually see all the time exactly who's doing what and how they're playing is good as well. But we've been fairly solid so far. Boyle's got the ball into Gogic. Boyle down the line, back to Gogic. Let's try and force this ball out of play here. Oh, well, that was fairly easy down that left-hand side, wasn't it? Not exactly the best start to the game. I thought we'd been fairly okay, but no, it would appear not. A good play on that left-hand side. Too easy into the box, really, and Boyle beats the left back, and it's a simple goal for him there, yeah. First goal for the season. That's us down 1-0 already. I say we've been doing okay. I've just looked here. We've not had a shot. We've not been too bad possession wise, but we certainly haven't had an attempt, which is slightly worrying. Maybe not the best tactic for exciting play, but there you go. One highlight in the whole first half. Not ideal. Let's just say I expect much better from you. There we go. Much better in the second half. Let's go. Let's see what happens in the second half here. Let's hope it's not just one highlight again, because that would be fairly disappointing if it was. Here we go. Honstrup throws the ball in. Oh, this isn't going to be a Hibernian highlight, is it? I think it might be. Here we go. Boyle down that right hand side. Very dangerous looking. Pings the ball in the box. Oh, was that safe? No, it just went over the bar. There we go. I think I might go back to 2D for future matches, but we'll see. Here we go. Another highlight. Malin plays the ball in. Oh, and it's horrendous defending. It really is poor. Really is bad. Right, how do I make changes now? Here we go. Right. I think we might need to make some changes here. It's not been a great performance from a lot of players. Let's move to our 4-4-2 formation. We'll take off Gary Dicker because he's on a booking at the moment anyway. On comes, who will we bring on? Let's go for Raymond Brophy up front there with alongside Nicky Kabamba, the two of them together. Craig Sibbald looks like he's struggling, so we might take him off and bring on someone slightly more attacking on that left hand side. Let's bring on Greg Kiltie to play at left midfield. And let's see if we can do anything. Make it perhaps slightly less embarrassing than what it currently is. Because this is possibly going to turn into a rout, since we haven't yet had any significant chances to show in this game. Come on, let's do something. Here's another highlight. Do you think possibly we might get to see one of our highlights, or is it going to be another Hibs highlight? Well, here we go. Mackenzie on the ball. Mackenzie throws the ball through to Brophy. Brophy. Oh, what a finish, son. There we go. We're back in the game. 8 minutes to go. Possibility of a comeback for Kamara here. Headed on by McGowan. Mackenzie takes it. I thought he was going to slide it through there, but he took a little touch. And there's a nice ball into Brophy. Oh, off the inside of the post. That's a cracking finish. 2-1. Let's see what we can do. And 1. 5 minutes to go now. Let's do something. 3 minutes. Oh, there's a highlight. Honstrup finds Finlay. Finlay plays the ball forward. Finds Brophy. Eamon Brophy. Oh, and he scored a second. What a goal. Fantastic. What a comeback. Maybe 4-4-2 is the way to go. Maybe it is the way to go. Is there anyone maybe we want to bring on? If anyone's starting to suffer in terms of fitness, we'll maybe bring on someone in the middle of the park, Yusuf Malumbo. Just on for Alan Power there, just for some fresh legs in the middle of the park. Just to hopefully, I say, see out a 2-2. Maybe even try and get another goal to make it 3-2. 5 minutes added time. Oh, a lot of time to go here, but it's running away. The game's running away from us. There's nothing much happening. Running away, full time. A 2-2 draw. Well, I'll tell you what, before the game I'd have taken a draw, and certainly been 2-0 down, I would have taken a draw there. So that is, I'm fairly happy with that performance, I must say. I'll say to the guys that what a comeback that was. A great effort. Definitely. Very happy with that. Now let's continue on. Oh, we've got an interview in the tunnel. I think a draw was a fair result on the day. It was football's all about these moments. I was happy with the performance. I say it had a solid game. There's a lot of questions. Here in the tunnel. But that was a good performance in the end. Struggled to begin with. Went down 2-0, but brought that back nicely. Now, looking at the schedule, we do have Celtic in the next game, but I don't think that's going to be a hugely exciting one to watch. Though it's against Celtic, it might not be nice to watch, because I don't think we're going to have a lot of the ball or play particularly well. So I'm looking in the future for we might come in for a double header. And I think a nice one here is Rangers away from home, a big team to play against, and then at home to Dundee United, where it would be on the telly anyway. It's being played on Friday Night Football. So thanks for joining me for this episode. We'll be coming back, as I say, at the end of August here for the game against Rangers and Dundee United. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that performance, if there's anything you'd maybe change slightly. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you for that game against Rangers and that one against Dundee United. See you later. Bye.